Let's set up a DIY website domain with letshost.ie. This is my DIY website and I'm in the admin panel. I'm on that very bottom page that says a domain setup. There is a nice guide over here how to set up the domain and assign it to your brand new DIY website. And it starts with the video. I encourage you to watch the videos, the different videos, one for Hosting Island, one for Let's Host, and one for GoDaddy. But if you cannot find your provider here, just watch one of them to get an idea how to set it up for your provider. It's almost the same in everyone. And now I will start the setup. First thing is to log into my domain provider, Let's Host Ireland. I'll just log in. And I can see my domains over here. The next step is I'll have to change an existing A record. So with Let's Host is a little bit different. If you've just bought your domain, I will use that one, counter.ie. If you've just bought your domain, you have to enable that area where you can add or remove records, and I will just go into a little bit more details now. We go to manage domain, so domains, manage domain over here. And I will add a new zone. The zone name will be the name of my domain. In my case, it's counter.ie. And the IP address over here is from that guide. Here on step 2 it says add or change an existing A record. But since we still can't see these A records, I'll just grab that IP over here, copy, and just paste it there. Once I do that, this will give me a table. Alright, now I will have to click on that edit zone button on the right. And I will get a table with a bunch of records. If your domain was used previously for a different website, probably when you go to manage DNS, you already have it here and you just have to click edit zone. Now there are a bunch of records in those tables and we'll have to change a few and add another one. I already completed the first step of that guide over here because I've added an A record with the name of @ that points to that IP, and I can see it at the bottom. So the type is A, the IP is the correct one, and the name is the domain with dot at the end. I actually completed that very first step when I got that first pop-up where I was supposed to add my domain. And the name here is your domain name with dot at the end. Now counter.ie with the dot at the end is the same as the @ sign. The guide here says @ sign, but actually those two values are treated to be the same. So this is still a valid record. The next step from the guide is to delete the CNAME record that has www.counter.ie. Because we will replace it with a record of type A, and because we cannot simply change the type, we'll have to delete the record first, like that. And then I will add another record. The name here is www.counter.ie at the end, right? So in your case will be www.yourdomain.ie at the end. The type is of A, and the address over here is, let's go to step number 4, add another A record. Here is the address. I'll just copy it and paste it. Now we have the 2 records, and there is just another one. I'll go back to the guide, and step 5 is just add another record of type txt. I will copy that value over here, go back here, add another record. The name this time is just the domain, counter.ie dot at the end of type txt. And here is the value over here. I've just pasted the value that I've copied from the guide. Now, I know that the guide says put the @ sign at the start, and I'll just demonstrate. If you put the @ sign and add the record, it will be turned into, again, counter.ie at the end, and this is normal. Don't worry if you put the @ sign there, or you put your domain here with ending of dot. It's the same. Now I did all the changes within that table, and I'll just save. Changes has been saved successfully, that's fine. And now it's another step, another last step here is that you have to let our system know about your domain. And this is by typing your domain here, like that. This time, I don't have dot at the end. I don't have www on the front or HTTPS or anything, just don't include those. It's just your domain name, the extension, which is .ie or .com, and then verify. Don't worry if you don't get any message or if you get an error message, because the whole process might take between 24, 72 hours. Something is much faster, but the moment you click verify, our system knows that you want to assign that domain to your website. And even if you've got an error, it will try to verify. There you go. I've got an error because that update is still happening. It's not so fast. But even if you get an error, we will try to re-verify it again later. And even you can come back later and try to verify it yourself, just to make sure. Like if you get a verified message, that means that all the settings were done properly. But even if you don't verify it, we know about that domain and we'll try to do it ourselves. And that's it.